Well, hello again collectors. Mannequin Skywalker here yet again from the import forums and the AV forums and the IPF and other different forums and different names. Today I'm going to do a short video review of this is the piece that started it all with me, my life-size collectibles. As you know, I only collect life-size, don't collect any others, only 1:1 scale. And this is the bad boy that started the whole thing off. This is my life-size Darth Vader. Now, backstory behind this is I saw a program called Sci-Fi Buzz on the Sci-Fi channel. Must be 10-15 years ago at least. It was just before the release of special editions of Star Wars and Empire and Jedi, probably around about 97ish when that was at its height. There was a guy on called Stephen Sansweet, who's the biggest collector of Star Wars memorabilia. The only guy bigger to have a collection is George Lucas himself in the Lucasfilm archives. And his favourite piece was a life-size Vader. Now, of course, his was all made up from different parts, but it was all from filming of The Empire Strikes Back. I don't know how much he paid for it, but one of the helmets, I believe, went in auction for $20,000 just for a helmet. So you can imagine how much he paid for the rest of it. That got my juices flowing then, and I thought I'd love a life-size one of them, but obviously not got 50 grand to spend on one. And then RUBIES, the costume company, decided to bring out this, which is the RUBIES Supreme Vader costume. In the UK these were retailing at around about $7.99 when they first came out. I got this delivered from America with delivery for about 350 quid. I had to wait 4 weeks for it, imported it from America. Everybody was slating it, everybody said it was crap, and everybody said it was a piece of junk. When I first got it and opened the box, I was a little bit disappointed, but what you must understand about this particular piece is it's more than the sum of its parts. As more pieces went on, you get everything. You get the jumpsuit, you get the codpiece, you get the belt, you get the belt boxes, you get the chest box, you get the outer robe, the inner robe, you get the chest armour. Of course you get the helmet, and you get the shin pads as well. You get the full complete costume. Like I said, it's more than some of its parts. When you first opened the box you were a bit disappointed, but as pieces went on the mannequin, it started to look more and more like Darth Vader. And when the helmet went on, I was absolutely blown away by how realistic this thing looks. This one is from Revenge of the Sith. Now a lot of people slated this, saying it was inaccurate. The 501st and whoever they are, you know, the costumers, they were slating it and saying it was crap this and crap that. Now, the only part I didn't like on it was the belt. When it came, the belt was really crappy plastic. The belt was plastic, and it was really crap. So I got Russ Rep to make me the belt buckle, Revenge of the Sith, and I bought myself a 2-inch belt from eBay. Made it myself. Made the belt, got the belt for about 2 quid, and then just drill the holes in, put the belt boxes on, and there you go. Everything else on this piece is stock RUBIES. This is without doubt probably my favourite piece. It's between this and the brand new Stage 5 endoskeleton. I mean the Stage 5 Arnie bust that you've seen on my previous reviews. Well, this is the piece that started it all, and it's this probably around about 6'6". The mannequin's 6'3". The only thing I had to buy was obviously the boots, because they don't come with it, but everything else comes with it. The shins, everything's fantastic, all injection moulded, but it looks really bang on, spot on. Jumpsuit's faux leather. Now when you first get the jumpsuit, they're really shiny. It doesn't look very good. But as the time rolls on, I must have had this about 6-7 years now. The glossiness fades and it looks more realistic. Like I said, everyone was slating this piece, absolutely slating it. And then I was looking, I actually saw a picture of an actual screen used Revenge of the Sith, one by Hayden Christensen, and it's not far off, to believe you me, it's not far off. There it is. I mean, this is one hell of an imposing piece when you first come into the room. The chest box lights up and the belt boxes light up, and you've got a button on the back to press to make his breathing sound. I mean, I can't demonstrate that now because the batteries will run out stupidly, and you've got to take it all to bits. You've got to take the belts off, the belt boxes off, and the chest piece off just to get the battery. So I'm not going to do that just yet. But like I said, I mean, this in total with the mannequin probably sets me back about 425, between 425 and 450. Now that for a 6'6" life-size Darth Vader is unbelievable. You can't even get an endo bust for that these days. You're talking about 470, 490 just for an endo bust. This whole thing less than 500 quid. Now you tell me if that's not a bargain. This is the whole thing that set it off. Also with the helmet's massive. It's the proper life size. You know what I mean, there is a few inaccuracies on it, but who cares? You know what I mean, you get this in your house, people come in and they're just blown away. Now this is in my living room, this is too special to go in the cinema room, and I've not got no room to go in the cinema room as well. Like I said, absolutely fantastic. Anybody who comes in and sees this, all the robes and everything, it's very, very, very imposing when you first come in. When I first set this up, when I very first got it, I had the lights turned off and I put the chest boxes on and I put the belt boxes on, and my God, it was unbelievable. I stood there in awe for about an hour just looking at it. I've made it in the middle of the room. This piece now, I've had this must be 6-7 years at least. Still looks as good as the day I bought it. Everything needs dusting every now and again, being black, but do you know what I mean? It's awesome. If you're thinking about getting one of these, it's the RUBIES Supreme Vader, get one. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've got all the stock parts because people always like stock stuff. You know what I mean? All the gloves and everything's stock, codpiece, everything. Like I said, the only thing is the belt buckle, which I've still got, the original. You know what I mean? But if you want one of these, get it from America because you'll get it for about half the price than you will in the rip-off Britain. And there you go, RUBIES Supreme Vader. Now you tell me if you're not impressed by that, because I am. You come in the room, especially when all the lights are off, and my little LED spotlight there and all the chest boxes, it's absolutely fantastic. Like I said, you'll be disappointed when you first open it up, but once the pieces start going onto a mannequin and thing, I couldn't imagine anybody actually buying this to wear, because it's too damn expensive. You know what I mean? And too damn hot as well, because I tried it on, believe it or not, when I got it. But only being 5'7", it looked ridiculous. Have you seen the film Spaceballs with dark helmet? Well, that's what I looked like when I first tried it on. It looked really stupid, but I had to try it on because I'm a big kid, like all you collectors are. You know, but as you know, that's it. Anybody Star Wars mad, that's what started it all for me. Star Wars in '77 when I was a kid, that started it all for me. So I thought I'd make a video review of my life-size Vader. And there you go, just a quick close-up of all the parts. So when it's on there, everything is spot on. You've got to do a bit of finagling to get everything right, but everything is bang on. And I just thought to share this latest video review with you. It took a long time to do it, but there you go. And more later. Mannequin Skywalker, signing off. Bye.